earthlings, and welcome back to the moon. I hope you've been doing well. If you're wondering why I have the same look and same clothes as my intro video, that's an easy answer. The makeup look that I was wearing on my intro video is actually going to be a makeup tutorial I kind of wanted to put out for you guys. I am not a makeup guru, so please be patient with me. But without further ado, here's the footage.
Hello, voiceover Rena taking over. As you can see me here in all my makeupless glory. First step I like to do is just take the hair away from my face, or at least try to. Then I go in with my Moisture Prep Toning Lotion by Benefit. I like to use this in particular because it does prepare my face for moisturizers later on. I take a little bit on my cotton round and just place it all over my face, making sure that I've cleaned my face properly as well. Then I go in with my eye gel. I'm using the Givenchy Hydra Sparkling Eye Gel. I do know that was blurry. I'm sorry about that. Just gently tap 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 under your eyes. Then I like to go with my moisturizer, which I'm using Reboost by Clarins. Best friend, especially in moments in which you're living in humid weather. Make sure your skin is nice and prepared, cared for before you go in with your makeup. Now you can go in with your beauty sponge or brush if it's your preference. I like to go with my Jeffree Star X Morphe one. Wet it, make sure it's damp, and go in with my foundation, which I'm using Givenchy Radically Nosergetics in the color Radiant Beige. For your benefit, I definitely did speed this up a little. Make sure that you don't get too bored while watching me just pat down my foundation. Make sure that everything's blended out properly. You don't want no caking going on, and make sure that the coverage is well done all over your face. Good enough. Then I like to go with my Tarte Shape Tape, conceal my under eyes and retinas. I put a little bit under my eyes in like a triangular shape, and a little bit on the tips on my nose over there. And I go with my Jeffree Star X Morphe beauty sponge and gently blend that out, making sure it doesn't cake up. The color I'm using is light medium sand, if you're asking. Okay, seems good enough already. So let's just move it along. Next up, I go in with my face powder, Hello Flawless by Benefit in the color Petal. Just like to brush a light cover all over my face, make sure it's set but not caking up. Here I'm going for the blush in the Pretty in the USA Benefit palette, which is a Rockateur. I like to apply from the apples of my cheeks up to my temples. That's my personal preference. And then I like to go in with a little bit of the highlighter with my fingers, nothing too crazy for today, on the cheekbones and the bridge of my nose. Now we're going into shadow, guys. Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani collaboration. I love this palette. First I go with a little bit of the shade Blonde, and I like to cover my lids with it, make a nice base for the rest of the colors, and making an emphasis on the inner corners of my eyes. Then I go with the color Baby. Just put some on my lid. Then I go in with the shade Zone. I start putting that on the outer corner. Make sure I start creating that depth. Outer corner, go into the upper crease just a little bit. Then I go with the shade Serious to deepen that outer corner of my eye. Give it a little more darkness. Then I like to blend it out. Gently with the fingers. If you start noticing that there's like a little bit less color than you want, you can always go back and blend, blend, blend. Then I go with a little bit of the color Steady. Make sure that I give it a nice transition. Going in with my little pencil brush, I go with the color Blackout. Starting to create like that line. Not too much, just enough. Now I put a little bit of the color Steady and 1987 in the inner corner of the under part of my eye. And then I go with the color 1987 and pat a little bit more on my lid. I like that golden tone. Now going to my brows. I use the Brow Contour Pro pencil. Make a line on the under part of my brow and then start filling them out. I don't like to overdraw. I just like to work with what I already have and just fill out any little gaps that I may have. But yes, again, one line from beginning to end under my brow, and then fill, fill, fill. Remember guys, they're sisters, not twins. Then you should buff it out with a spoolie brush. Make sure it's blending correctly, that they don't look too crazy. Here's my liner, guys. My Bad Gal waterproof liner. Just put a little bit. And then I tightline. Remember guys, it's important to treat your eyes gently as best as you can. I don't have such a steady hand, so I tend to help myself with my fingers right there. Trying to get eyeliner even can be a little bit of a problem sometimes. Then it's time to curl those lashes. Yeah, for some people this may look scary. It's really not. You just gotta be careful not to go in too deep. Then, well, it's time to put some mascara. I use the They're Real Tinted Primer first. Give my lashes a nice coat. Make sure they're separated and not clumping together as best as possible. I like to coat both my upper and lower lashes on this primer. And then I go in with my Buxom mascara and build them up. Give them some volume and make sure they're pretty dark. Trying to go for the dramatic lash without wearing falsies. Now I am going in with the ColourPop Disney Princess Collection color Snow White for my lips. And yes, I know that the footage was blurry for that, so that's why I mentioned the lipstick right here. I love wearing red lipsticks, as you can probably tell, and will probably keep on telling. In hindsight, I should have done a lip liner first. This really does help to keep all the lines where they should go. If there are any guys watching out there, yeah, this is what we go through, guys. Then I kind of wanted to make my lips look glossy, so I went in with my Givenchy lip gloss in the shade number 12. Is the Gloss Interdip Vinyl. Just a little bit, not too crazy as well. And now it's time to start letting my curls up loose. Hope you enjoyed this little brief video of me just playing with makeup. And I hope that I just keep on making content that you like and enjoy. So with this, I leave you. Goodbye, annyeong, adios, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and see you on the next one, guys. Bye!